We did pretty good last week. We hit Xfinity Series, man. We did take a Ryan Truex there, man, and hit a little $25 and hit $650. I mean, you know, a little good profit margin, but we gave some of it back on Sunday. We didn't do too good on Sunday. We were looking good at one point, but what's going on, y'all? I'm Brandon Atlanta Man Bang, coming to you live right here, Coach's Corner, the center of the universe, Thunderbolt, Georgia. Another episode of Rubbin' and Grubbin'. Rubbin' is racing, grubbin' is tasting. Man, I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. Hump day. We're coming into Labor Day weekend here. Hopefully everybody isn't working. I got to work on Monday, but hopefully you guys got it off. Party up, hit it hard, and have a good time, man. Before we get started, I'm going to tell you guys, man, last week, all that nice little cool stuff we had in the morning, everybody enjoying it, going, oh, it feels great. Nah, it's back down to Savannah in August. It is hotter than two rats screwing in a wool sock up in here, okay? I promise you. I've been sweating all day. But we're going to get right into it, man. The way we like to start it out is what we call the word of the day. So if you're new to tuning in, the way we do this, every time I say this word, you're going to take a sip, favorite adult beverage. I always say it's age appropriate as well. If you're under 21, you can play along. You got a long weekend coming up. Hey, man, get some Red Bull, sweet tea, Kool-Aid, stay up, play along. Last week's word was noodling, man, with Jeffrey Earnhardt being up here. You know, the man, the myth, the legend himself is down to stick the arm in the hole, man. I am not cool with that. You heard me last week. No. I'd be down to do it one time or two. I'd let him bite on, but first time I grab a hold of something that's not a fish, I'm not going to like that one bit. So this week's word is going to be, I have no idea. Lawrence will throw it up there. Every time I say it, take a sip, y'all. So getting into some NASCAR news, man. Hey, if you tuned into that Daytona race Saturday night, you saw a really good one. Harrison, baby boy Burton, won that race there in Daytona. His first career Cup Series race in that 21 Wood Brothers car. Also marked a piece of history for the Wood Brothers' 100th win. That's a big deal, man. I tell you what, if you're somebody that loves the sport of NASCAR, you can't be mad at that, man. Everybody can say this, that, backed in, won this. Dude, it's super speedway racing. We all know how it goes. Survive till the end, put yourself in position to win it, and if you win it, you win it. And he did. So he earned that one. I love it. Good to see it, especially for a guy that doesn't have something lined up and nailed down for next year. You know, he's kind of out of that ride there at Wood Brothers. So we'll see. We'll see what this young guy can do. Maybe a step back to Xfinity for a couple years wouldn't hurt. But we're going to find out what he can do, man. But big win there for Harrison, and congratulations as well, man. So Trackhouse, man, Pitbull and old Justin Marks over there making moves, baby. I think it's I tell you what, I'm not going to speak my opinion on it until after I talk about it. But SVG going full-time Cup racing in 2025, moving over there to Trackhouse as that third team. I tell you what, they're building quick. You know, they've been in the sport for a few years now, going on to 3 teams, bought that charter. Good moves business-wise. Now, I will say this. The way that the Cup Series works now with winning you're in, I talked about it earlier in the year. I think if you go out and you have a stable the way that they have, they've got a Daniel Suarez who's, you know, a pretty decent race car driver. Ross Chastain, a little down year this year, but, you know, good race car driver as well. Now adding in a road course ace in SVG. All you got to do is win one race. I mean, he can go out and win wherever, Watkins Glen, Sonoma, wherever we run. He can go out and win a road course and be locked into those playoffs, which is a big payoff for those teams. So strategy-wise, business-wise, sounds good as long as he can do it, which we've seen him do it. He did it at Chicago a couple years ago. So I think that, again, hiring him on might not be the best thing, but it comes down to sponsorship, dollars, and can you go out and win. And with adding, you know, having more road courses or street courses or whatever you want to call it on the Cup Series schedule now than we've ever had, SVG is definitely got to go out and get it done. So big move there for Trackhouse. We'll see what he can do next year, 2025, man. Some news that kind of came out, man. NASCAR dropping Richmond. And I tell you what, it's kind of a big deal. Dropping a second date there at Richmond, moving on to Mexico City. International Cup racing once again. Very brief history there, but I tell you what, it's not my cup of tea. It's not something I agree with, but at the end of the day, I don't sign the checks. I don't pay the paychecks, man. It's just not my cup of tea. I think that there again, we're adding another road course to a schedule that already has too many on them. In my personal opinion, when it comes from NASCAR racing, it is what it is. We're trying to spread the fan base, spread the love, grab some new audiences there. It's rough. And I think that Mexico City, yeah, it's great. We've seen Xfinity there. We've seen other things there. Is it going to be a horrible race? That's not what I'm saying. It's just not my cup of tea, man. So, again, Richmond, losing a date, going on to Mexico City 2025. We'll see how many fans they can grab a hold of. But the logistics of it all, moving down there, hauling the trucks down there, security of it, I mean, it's on them. NASCAR, hey, I'll leave it in your hands. It's either going to be good or bad. Face for the fame, face for the blame, baby. We'll see what the hell happens when it comes down there in NASCAR. I mean, what the hell, man? Whatever. I mean, we've already been on the streets of Chicago. We might as well go to Mexico City and run on the streets there too, man. Who gives a damn? Denny Hamlin, man, this week got hit with a pretty big penalty, level 2 penalty there. None of his doing, which I kind of hate it for him, which I really don't. I mean, not my cup of tea. I don't dislike Denny. I don't like Denny. Somebody that I know, all of a sudden 11 became their favorite driver, which is pretty funny for me. I mean, he is a really good race car driver. He does win, but not my cup of tea. But Toyota, man, TRD, old turd racing over there, let him down once again.
Come on, man.
You see it. Built an engine, put an engine back together without having it inspected by NASCAR, and wham, bam, here's the penalty. Denny's got to pay it. It doesn't really cost in that regular season championship thing, I don't think, really, to be honest with you. I mean, when you really look at it, I don't know if he was going to have contention for the regular season championship or not coming into Darlington. I mean, obviously, maybe if he stayed there and came out and won it, yeah, but it hurts. When we get in these playoffs, man, that's going to hurt him pretty good. We'll see if he can come back. I think he can. We always know he's definitely almost a shoe-in for that final 8, final 4. I think this year, I've said it, $5 bet anybody right now, you take it, you write it on the comments on the night show, $5 bet right now, Denny Hamlin doesn't make the round of 8. I said it. He's out in the round of 12. I don't know how, but I just feel like it's going to be one of those years. Some bad juju, something's going to happen to him. Round of 12, he's out. Doesn't make the round of 8. So $5, you pay into the charity, I pay out to you, man. Lock it in. If you haven't yet, man, go out, like, share, follow, all that social media, y'all. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Lawrence does a great job with all that. But most importantly, go out, subscribe to that YouTube channel. We're still giving away the Ryan Blaney helmet. Lawrence almost cried tears parting ways with this. He had this locked up. He didn't know if he was going to give it away, but he decided he's going to. So make sure you go out, like, share, follow, all that social media. The more eyes we get on the show, hopefully the more eyes we get on what we do here at Coach's Corner and on Checkered Flag for Charity on Rubbin' and Grubbin'. That's what it's all about. I say it all the time. Nickels, pennies, dimes, 10/20s, 150s, whatever you got to give, man, throw it in. We're giving away the Kyle Kush shirt as well. So the next, what we say, Lawrence, top 10? Next top 10 finish Kyle Busch has, man, we're giving the shirt away. All right. You don't have to do anything different other than subscribe to that YouTube channel. We're going to randomly draw somebody. Hopefully it's a Kyle Busch fan, but if not, hopefully they give it to a Kyle Busch fan. It is a cool t-shirt. It is a limited edition from 3 Chai, man. I want it. If I was a Kyle Busch fan, it'd probably be one of my favorite shirts, but I am not. You will never catch me wearing anything Kyle Busch on this body, point blank, period. But at the end of the day, somebody can win it. So go out, like, share, follow that YouTube page, man. Let's get it going. And Checkered Flag for Charity. So if you're new to tuning in, the way we like to do this and what we do is whatever car number wins, we donate in. And who would have thought? One number above Christopher Bell, $21 going into that Checkered Flag for Charity. This stint right here of what we've done, Lawrence got it written down right here. Maybe not. No, yeah, right over $1,600, man. So $1,600 here this last part of the season, pretty good. We're going on a good yearly total, but we can do better, man. We're going to have some more stuff, more giveaways, cooler full of joys at some concerts. Here, once we get into football season, we got some tickets going away to the Dogs as well. So, again, even if you're not a NASCAR fan, man, like, share, follow. You win some free stuff, man. So, rumors flying. Yes, I need that. Thank you, Jesus Lord. That's all right. You did pretty good. All right, man. So rumors swirling. NASCAR, baby, into another street race. We know the Clash is done. We're going back to Bowman Gray. But they're in cahoots and talking with Cincinnati, supposedly the city of Cincinnati, to bring a street course race to Cincy, which, again, if you watch the show, you know I'm not a fan of. I didn't like it in Chicago. I'm not going to like it in Cincinnati. Doesn't mean I don't watch it. I still watch it. I'm just not a fan of it. I don't know what we're doing, but we're not doing what NASCAR really needs to be doing, in my opinion. Yeah, it's great, whatever, cool. Fans come out, yeah, we're going to charge X amount of ticket to come watch it. We're going to spend millions of dollars to set it up, whatever. I mean, in my opinion, let's just build a new track already, man. Just say NASCAR, go out, build a new track, build something. I don't give a damn. Revamp an old one. Do something different, because I'm tired of racing on streets. NASCAR has no business. 3,500-pound car has no business racing on no damn street nowhere. I don't give a damn what you guys say. I'm running out of dollars, but at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. Doesn't matter. No street racing. NASCAR flipping out. Man, we're going to talk about this another segment of the show, but they got an issue, man, and we'll go over it. So that'll wrap it up for the NASCAR news, man. Before we get into the who's hot and who's not, we are going to pause for station identification right here at Coach's Corner Sports Network, the center of the universe, man. I tell you what, man, it's a great Wednesday. It's an awesome Wednesday. Is it not, Lawrence? Yes, it is. Yeah, there we go. We got a great Wednesday shout out. Hope everybody else having a good Wednesday, man. Cheers to you guys. All right, man, getting ready to get into the who's hot and who's not, but before we do, we got to give a big shout out to my main man, Parker Eccles out there, owner-operator over at Arbor-Man Tree Service, the best tree service in Savannah, man. You'll see that number scrolling all night on that screen, y'all. Locally owned, locally operated, fully insured. Doesn't matter what it is. Full tree removal, getting some limbs cut back, stump grinding. Make sure you give Parker Eccles over there at Arbor-Man Tree Service a call. He knows what he's doing. Hey, if you mention you heard it on Rubbin' and Grubbin', I don't know what it'll do for you, man. But at the end of the day, you might cut a little something off there. It's like family. I love you, brother, and hope to see you. I hope to see both y'all next weekend. Me and Lawrence will be in Atlanta, which can't wait to do that. But hopefully they show up and have a good time as always, man. But again, Arbor-Man Tree Service. Give him a call, baby. As I always say, no job too big, too small. Give Parker a call, man. So getting into the who's hot, and we're basically going to run it back from next week. I mean, you know, Daytona is Daytona. It's not, I don't think you really predict somebody that's going to go in and be hot at Daytona. It's just kind of there again. You put yourself in a position, the luck goes your way, the night goes your way, and you end up either having a chance and being in contention to win, or you end up wrecked out. So it doesn't really change for me. Darlington's a different ball game. I love the fact that NASCAR kind of moved this around, and we gave the teams an opportunity to come in, build a car, set a car up, go there, put it there, and kind of put their faith in their own hands, right? Daytona, we all know you can be running second. We saw it. I mean, you can be running second, get spun out. Next thing you know, you're running 16th, you get caught up in the wreck, your night's over. I love the fact that we're going to an actual racetrack, not a super speedway, a mile, mile and a half, mile and 6, whatever it is at Darlington, and giving these guys a chance to go out and run and kind of seal their own fate. So I'm really looking forward to it. But I'm taking Denny Hamlin, number one on the hot list still. Again, I think this guy, he's a veteran. He's got the wins. He's making the moves. Again, a great crew chief combo with the driver. Great team, good pit stall, pit team there. He just does what he needs to do to run good week in and week out. So, and Darlington is the place that he is known to win. So I'll take the 11 there on the hot list, number one. 2 for me, not going to change much, you guys. You should already know Young Money Kyle Larson. He's all about those dollars, baby. Going to go out. Hadn't won that many at Darlington, to be honest, but always runs good. We know that high line comes in. He's probably the best at it. Him and Cliff Daniels, again, strong, if not the best pit crew in the sport. Coming out, getting them out front, taking that strategy. Cliff Daniels is a bright mind. You got the best driver in the sport right now behind the wheel. They're going to contend. You might as well take him second on that hot list there, baby. And last but not least, Tyler Reddick, baby, the Hamburglar himself, man. I'm telling you what, man, this kid is hot. Darlington, again, we've seen him had really good runs. I think if you talk two guys that know what they're doing on that high line, him and Tyler Reddick, Kyle Larson and Tyler Reddick are the two guys that you look at that really put it in motion and get the most out of that high line. And I think that he's going to do it. I think Toyota is running strong. He's had a really good season so far. The top 10s and top runner-up finishes that he's had. I mean, he just shows the talent and what 2311 is becoming. Obviously, Michael Jordan Money and Denny Hamlin behind the scenes pumping that company, Toyota affiliated. They got good equipment. You got to keep an eye on them, man. Good sponsorship, good ownership. They're going to keep pumping it in. So glad for that team and glad for Tyler Reddick, man. I enjoy seeing him win. It's not my favorite driver, but I don't dislike seeing him win, man. He goes out and gives it his all, and a great human being there. So awesome job, man. So getting into the who's not, man, NASCAR is number one on the list, man. NASCAR is I don't know, they're fumbling the ball with me. I don't know. This is kind of the stuff I ran into when I was talking to my dad about it, right? Like, well, I mean, he loves NASCAR. He watches NASCAR too. He doesn't love it the way I do. My uncles, everybody else, my great Uncle King, as you guys know, all NASCAR fans, but they don't watch it and stay into it the way they did when they were my age. And I'm kind of figuring out why. It just changes so much from what you're used to, right? Which I'm always going to be a lifelong fan. I'm always going to watch it. I tell you guys all the time. Doesn't matter if I don't care. I'm always going to watch it. If we're flying hover vehicles and it's NASCAR, I'm still going to watch it. I just enjoy it. But, man, they're making some moves there again, and I understand why. We're trying to spread it. We're trying to build it. We're trying to build the brand. But we got to keep everybody else happy, too. It's got to be a hell of a juggling act to keep the old heads involved. The people that are my age that's been watching since they were 5 in the 90s there and watch it blow up to the younger generations that are watching the sport now. It's got to be hell trying to juggle everybody's wants and needs. Got to do what's best for the organization and the company. But at the end of the day, adding more road courses, I don't think that's the answer. So they're number one on the list, man. Hey, again, on that not list, I only got 2. The engine department for Turd Racing, TRD, old Toyota over there, man. Dropped the ball for Denny there. I bet somebody's at the house looking, they're on Indeed right now looking for a job. I guarantee you that. Some engineer, somebody in the engine department's going, yeah, unfortunately, babe, I'm fired, and we got to figure something else out. But hate it for him. I hate it for Denny, but hey, that's part of the game, man. Whatever it may be. I don't think they were cheating by any means. I don't think it was anything that they cheated on. They just skipped a step. That's important to not to skip. Otherwise, you get hit with the L2. So getting into that Daytona recap, man, I tell you what, man, another great race from the World Center of Racing right there, stock car racing, man, in Daytona. Awesome little deal there. I tell you what, it kind of had everything you wanted. You understand just how it feels to watch those Saturday night races, or a night race in general in NASCAR. I used to love it when they had night races at Atlanta. I will say this, once you become of age of drinking, a 7 o'clock race became a very strong challenge to watch the whole thing because you have all day to wait and pregame, and I like the pregame. But at the end of the day, just an amazing atmosphere. It opens up so much. I mean, we saw it all from the big wrecks to everything. And we saw a first-time winner in the Cup Series, which Lawrence, if you guys go back, I don't know what show was that on, Lawrence? 4 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, Lawrence says first-time winner at Daytona. I said there would not be a first-time winner at Daytona, and Lawrence hit it on the head. First-time Cup Series winner in Harrison Burton, baby. I'm telling you, man. Again, a young driver, doesn't have anything locked down for next year. This is going to help. This is going to help the cause, whether it's Xfinity, whether it's trucks, whether it's a mix, whether it's a lower Cup Series team, whatever it may be. He's proven he can put himself in position and go out and win. And again, that is such a historic organization that he races for in the Wood Brothers. I never want to see him go anywhere. I think the writing's on the wall in today's sport. I hope they stay around forever. I don't know if they will. I think sponsorship depends a lot of that. I think driver talent. I think they have one next year coming in with Josh Berry. But at the end of the day, I think it takes a lot to keep something like that going and being competitive in the Cup Series now more than ever. So just love it. Love it for him, man. Big deal there for Jeff Burton as well. We know a multi-time winner in the Cup Series. Watching his baby boy go out there and win a race, got to be a feeling. I mean, that's got to be a huge feeling. So big hats off to Harrison Burton. And I liked his little speech, said they go into a bar, they about to tear it up. So I can tell you like this, if I'd have been on that Wood Brothers 21 team, we might still be going, man. So Kyle Busch, man, had a great run. It looked like maybe it was going to be a little RCR redemption there with Kyle Busch going out and getting a win there at Daytona. He put himself in great position, had a great car. Man, just came up a little bit short. He gave it his all there. I mean, what do you do? People are kind of down. Did he forget how to super speedway race? I don't think so. I mean, yeah, he could have moved up and maybe thrown a block at some point. But at the end of the day, it's wreckers. And, hey, man, he did what he thought was best for him. Comes home second. Is what it is, man. Is he going to make it? I don't know. He's got to come into Darlington and go out and win. Got to win Darlington, man. But at the end of the day, they've done what they can do, and there's still a lot to build on in the season. So good run there for RCR and that 8 team. And we'll see what he can do moving forward, man, for sure. But a lot of big-name guys got taken out, man. You saw a couple big ones there, the Larsons, the Elliots, the Hamlin, everybody got taken out there at one point in time. Logano's had some damage. It was a good race. It's everything at Daytona that we do when we go super speedway racing. I mean, you expect to see it. You expect guys spinning out. You expect big wrecks. And again, it's just nature of the beast. When a guy's running second, third, 5th, 8th, and gets taken out. 22nd gets taken out as well. I mean, that's just kind of what it is. So, you know, Daytona had it all, man. All in all, like I said, taking flight. You know, another big thing, man. We saw a couple guys get airborne there. We're going to talk more and touch bases later on in the show. I got this saved for a segment and what I feel like, you know, is going on. But at the end of the day, we saw a couple guys take flight, and not something NASCAR wants to see. That's a big no-no. So we'll see what they do moving forward. But all in all, another great super speedway race, you ask me. I mean, it's the best you can ask for. You saw the big wrecks. I mean, look, I've seen races back in the day in the mid-90s there where we ride around Talladega and Daytona and you don't see anything. Lead change, maybe you have 8 all day long, or 29 when you look at the official results, but 4 cars, 29 lead changes. You know, they're riding a single pack until we get down to the 10 and then they make their move. So it's just kind of the way they set it. This one had a little bit different, I think, with this next-gen car, a little harder to handle. The run, I think, comes really fast, as we've seen. So it's a little bit more for them to maneuver and manipulate in the way they need it to. But really good race there. And again, great race at Daytona, man, on to Darlington. So getting ready to go back to the Lady in Black, baby, the track too tough to tame right here. Darlington, it's really a hop, skip, and a jump from Savannah. It's not bad at all. This is a crown jewel of NASCAR's history right here, the Southern 500, man. This is what it's all about. This is one you want to go out and win for sure. Just having it on that resume when you see a Southern 500 winner, it kind of speaks volumes on the way other drivers and teams look at you. So we're going to see who goes out and gets it done. At the end of the day, man, I look forward to it. It's an amazing race. We got the throwback schemes. We just got the history of it. This is something I never want to see it go anywhere. We know next year it's moved back into the playoffs. Hopefully they don't move Daytona to the cutoff race. Hopefully we keep Daytona where it's at. We move something else in the playoff cutoff, like another 1.5 miles or short track before we get to Darlington. But we'll see what they do, man. So make sure you tune in Sunday. Check that out. If you're looking for somewhere, make sure you come out to Coach's Corner, Savannah's hub for NASCAR racing. The best place to watch that race out here in the Sound Garden, man. Make sure you come up Sunday, show up and show out, baby. So getting into that top 5, on the top 5 on the show, I'll take Denny Hamlin #1. I'm not going too far away from Vegas odds. I mean, a guy that's won it numerous times, knows what he's doing, going to have a fast piece, got something to prove. I'll take Denny Hamlin. 2 for me, come on, man. You know it's got to be Kyle Young Money Larson. I already talked about it. This guy knows what he's doing. High line's coming in. You better know HMS and Hendricks bringing some good equipment. Chevy's coming. Watch out for those boys at Darlington. 3, Tyler Reddick. Like I said, the hamburger, he's going to go out, run that high line, make some good moves up there in that Toyota equipment as well. 4 for me, come on, you know I can't leave my man, the myth, the legend.
Come on, man.
Chase the Bulldog Elliott, baby, NASCAR Cup Series champion coming out. Man, might go out and get a win here at Darlington, man. You never know. You got to watch out for the Bulldog, baby. And number 5, come on, man, Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell, I'm telling you, man, the guy knows it too. He's hot. He's going to come for it. So that's my top 5. Little dark horses. 17, Chris Buescher, the cowboy himself. I think that guy right there is going to bring some good equipment forward. We watched what Brad Kay did earlier in the year there. Totally different beast here when we're going 500 miles at Darlington. And the transition of the track makes from day to night. This one's a little bit more difficult. And another dark horse, Eric Jones. If you've been sleeping on Eric Jones all year, man, he's won it here before. The man might go out, put a good car in there. We'll see what he does. So that's be my top 5 little dark horses. Getting ready to get into that money line, man, but before we do, we're pausing the station identification one last time right here at Coach's Corner Sports Network. Cheers, y'all. All right, man, getting into that money line, but before we do, money line presented by Redfin Polarized Sunglasses, the best polarized sunglasses on the planet. Italian frames, Carl's Ice lenses, doesn't matter, man. These bad boys are made for the woods, for the water. Date night, Will knows about it. Hell, we got Will a pair. He's probably going to be going on some dates here coming up soon, man. Little 8th grade prom. Actually, I don't know. He probably got, I don't know. Will, how many girlfriends you got? He shook his head. He ain't giving me the real answer. Hope about 4 or 5 right now. You better have them. One for every class, Will. That's what you need to do. You know, they do homework. You focus on racing. They do your homework, all right? But, hey, like I said, man, these bad boys are legit. Make sure you check that website out, Redfin Polarized, man. They've got a lot of good styles, color lenses, depending on what your polarization needs are. Man, they got some good stuff. I'm telling you right now. Like I say, woods, water, Doesn't matter. You got a wall hanger or money on the line. See it clearly. Redfin Polarized, baby. As always, live life, fins up. You use code Rubbin'n'Grubbin15. Save you 15% at checkout, baby. Check it out. Redfin Polarized. So getting into the odds, man, I mean, the favorites, the top three are all tied. So, I mean, you might as well take one or two of them. The 11, the 5, and the 45 are all tied at plus 550 opening odds. I mean, it's not bad, depending if you're throwing all those nuts into one basket or you're spreading them out. I mean, those guys are going to be solid locks. They're going to be in contention. One of those guys are going to be in contention to win this race. I'll look a little bit deeper. You look at William Byron, past winner there at Darlington. Excuse me, y'all. 22-12, Logano. You know, going in Blaney. All those guys plus 900 odds, even a little bit more than that. Last dollar, cuss word, Lawrence throwing up the Ford symbol. I like it. I like you get deeper in the field even than that, man. You go Chase Elliott plus 1,800. Let's see. We got 22, 12, 9, all over 1,500 odds there, 1,800 bucks, man. I'll take all that. Barry and Bowman. We know the 4 cars got a history of running good there. And Bowman, again, top great odds. Ty Gibbs, another guy in there, you know, we're at plus 1,500 odds. I mean, that's great return money there that are all going to be contenders. I look at Barry and Bowman. If you take them a little bit back in the lineup, top 3, top 5 still should produce good odds. Make sure you follow that social, Twitter. Lawrence does it, man. He does a great job. How many races we got to bet on this week, Lawrence? All 3? Truck Series, all 3 this week?
Yep.
2, yeah. We did pretty good last week. We hit Xfinity Series, man. We did take a Ryan Truex there, man, and hit a little $25, hit $650. I mean, you know, a little good profit margin, but we gave some of it back on Sunday. We didn't do too good on Sunday. We were looking good at one point, but
Harrison went on our bingo.
yeah, no, Harrison was not on the bingo card. Like we talked earlier, I don't even think he bet on himself, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, let's see, where are we at on the year, Lawrence, betting? Oh, hell, we're up 9,200 units on the year. I mean, we're not doing bad. We probably should have stopped after Saturday. We probably should have just thrown $100 on one driver and called it good. But we're going in Darlington. We'll see what we come up with. But follow it. Post your cars, man. I want to see some, you know, little tabs you guys are trying to cash in. If I miss somebody, let me know what you guys are doing. Let you know what we're doing. We'll go from there. But, again, hopefully we win some money. We're trying to win some money at Darlington. So getting ready to get into that hard right turn, man. But before we do, I got to give a big shout out to the man, the myth, the legend himself, Lamar, up there at Lamar's Body Shop. 35 plus years taking care of Savannah's auto collision needs. They do it all, man. I tell you what, Lamar and his team are the best in the business. Not cutting any corners, man. They're going to make sure it's right. Do what they need to do. I love them to death, man. 2301 Skidaway Road, hop, skip, and a jump from Coaches. So it's kind of a win-win. Man, you get to drop the car off, come to Coaches, grab some lunch. I don't recommend drinking and driving, but I'd have a cold beer and hang out for an hour or whatever. And go back, pick car up, man. But again, 2301 Skidaway Road, the best in the business, Lamar's Body Shop. As I always say, why settle for par? Go see Lamar, baby. So getting into the hard right turn, man, and this is what we were going back talking about NASCAR flipping out. And the way that I look at it is, man, it goes back to Michigan. We saw Corey LaJoie kind of get turned down, that car come broadside, you know, straight, flipped right over, which is really scary. So that was one thing. We go into the week at Daytona, and NASCAR goes, hey, we're going to put this other side, you know, air diffuser on, the fin on, just like we have on the other side of the car. Should help, this and that. Man, we saw Michael McDowell get off all fours, land on another car. Luckily, he came back down on all fours, right? Yeah.
We're going to bring him in, and then we'll go right back.
Oh, man. Oh, I got Steven up here. My man, my brother from another mother coming up, man. Well, we're coming right back on to talking about the hard right turn. I got something better than the hard right turn. I got something way better than the hard right turn. I got my man coming up here. Come on, Steven. Come on up here, man. We're going to talk about this. Look, I'm going to tell you about this man of many talents, and some of them we're not going to talk about on air because I've known him a long time. The man's got many talents, okay? But this is my main man, Steve, a.k.a. Steven, the man, the myth, the legend. What's up, brother?
How's it going, man?
We're doing great, man. You doing all right?
Mm-hmm. I'm doing
all right, man. So, look, if you guys don't keep up with my dude right here, you got to keep up with him. Not only does the man run this place, I promise you, if you ever come into Coaches, you want a server, you better find him. You better sit in the section. If you don't, I mean, hey, I'm not talking bad about anybody else here. Everybody does a good job, but he knows I come seek him out, the best that they have up here. But not only that, the man's a hell of a baker, okay? The man does cookies. He does all kinds of stuff, but we brought him up. We brought him up for the artistic skill that the man has found over here in the past few months. So drop it, Steven. Let everybody know, man. Oh, man, look at him, look at him, look at him. Look at him, brought it up for me. He did this one. This is definitely, I would say, not his forte. I bought a couple paintings for my sister, my family member. But this is legit. I'm taking this to Atlanta. We're going to get this signed, brother. We're going to get this signed and bring it back, man. Do some good work for some charity. But well, thank you, man. Thank you, brother. Tell everybody how they can follow you on social. Have you opened up a page yet for just your artwork?
I haven't yet, just for the artwork. But
we got to get this.
You know, I have my own Instagram is sjsuch22. You can see all my artwork on there. I haven't really gone anywhere with it yet. Just kind of doing it for fun, seeing what happens. And it's been going good. It's going really good.
Great.
It's going well.
I practice. The
more I practice, the better I get.
Yeah, I keep up with it,
and that keeps it going. So
yeah, I keep up.
And of course, I think it's
great, man. Yeah,
everybody's
damn right.
support at the same time. I mean, it feeds the monsters.
Look, if you were painting stick figures, I'm not buying.
No,
but you're not painting stick figures, brother. I'm buying
everything
you got. I'm buying any sloth painting, Steven paints. I'm gonna own.
Which I also have those too. I mean,
yeah,
right over there.
I'm picking those up, baby. I'm picking those up. But nah, man, the man, the myth, the legend. We wanted to put him on. I'm telling you guys, a man of many talents. A brother to me. I promise you, it's one of my best friends up here, man. I talk to him. We hang out all the time. Any way I can support this man, I do it. He dropped it again. Drop it one more time. Drop it one more time, Steven. Put the handle out there one more time for him to find you, brother.
SJSUCH22, and that's the Instagram account.
There it is.
And that's pretty much it. I mean,
artwork.
I'll let you know if there's something else that happens, but as of right now, that's where you see it.
So if, let's say somebody reached out to you and kind of wanted some form of artwork done that was like, hey, this is what I'm thinking, you know, like this and that. If it falls into your forte, are you down to do it?
Yeah, just throw me a message. I mean, I've done everything from, self-portraits to cars now.
Yeah, obviously.
Never did a car before.
It looks great,
cool.
man.
That's
legit, man. It is legit.
I mean, so... it just kind of started, with the sobriety thing.
I like it, yeah.
About 3 years ago, I didn't have a hobby. I was worried about not having a hobby. And, I would go home and just be like, man, I'd be on my phone for hours, just like, wasting time, basically.
Yeah.
And then I just started picking up flower pots is how, plant pots. And I would see it in the store that they were like $65 for this like design on there. So I would go home and be like, I'll try to paint it. So I painted and it looked pretty good. And
right.
So then I switched to canvases and it just kind of fed into this.
And here we are, man.
Here we are. So,
hey, I'm loving it. Like I said, support the man. He's local. I'm telling you right now, he doesn't fade the funk. He does some really good artwork. And the cookies, let me tell you, I'm gonna get the cookies on in a few weeks, okay? The cookies are where it is at. Yep. Where it is at. I promise you that, man.
Appreciate
I love you, brother. And hey, as always, I support that sobriety.
Congratulations
on that. You know that, man. Anytime.
Appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the painting. This is
I'm telling you, I'm taking it to Atlanta in a couple weeks.
Gift to you.
We gonna get this bad boy signed up.
That's excellent.
This is on. With
I can
love,
put a shine on it or something.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Once we get it signed up, we'll seal her down, baby.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's where it's at, man. Hey, I'm telling you, follow him, get with him. The man knows you better get on it early.
Very grateful and thankful.
I've got some first editions. I've got some first edition paintings, man. I'm telling you right now, I'm locking them in, baby. So
excellent.
Hey, I love you, brother.
Thank you.
I love you too. I love you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Hey, again, you heard it there. Follow the man on Instagram. Get with him. You can find him on Facebook too. I'm telling you, he does some really good stuff, man. Some really cool stuff. I'm so proud of him, man. I tell you what, that is a brother, man. We have partied together and been out together, and I've been with him the journey of sobriety, man. And I tell you what, you want to talk about somebody that took it and ran with it? The man took it and ran with it. He really did his thing, always does his thing, found his hobbies, found his niche. I mean, I'm telling you right now, the cookies, you think the painting's something, man. The cookies, you can't play with the damn cookies, man. I promise y'all. Wait till Christmas time. Everybody in the family is getting the Steven cookies, man. So like I said, we're getting into it, man. They got a flipping problem in NASCAR. These cars turning over. We saw it with LaJoy. We saw it at Daytona there again with Michael McDowell. He came down on all fours. Josh Berry went for a hell of a ride. He said it looked worse than what it was. But at the end of the day, we have a problem. Even with what NASCAR put into implement last week and putting that extra fin on, we still saw more cars get airborne again. And here's what's scary for me is when I think about it. You have Atlanta, which is its own unique track coming up, not this week, but next week. You have Atlanta there, another super speedway. Maybe we see airborne there, which is coming a lot faster than what we see at Daytona and Talladega. Hopefully we don't, but we still have Talladega as well coming up in the playoffs. And I'm telling you guys what, they really need to work hard to get it figured out. I think that's the one thing NASCAR really, really looks at. We've already had issues with the next-gen car of backing into the wall with the rear of the car hitting the wall, and we saw Kurt Busch concussion, we saw Alex Bowman concussion-like symptoms, we saw a couple other guys concussion-like symptoms. They kind of got that pegged out, I feel like, in a way. They worked on that. We're on to the next thing. Now we're becoming airborne, which it's just part of racing. It really is. I mean, you go back and it's happened forever. I don't care what you do to a car. At some point in time, if it gets enough air underneath it or is turned a certain way or is hit a certain way, it's going to become airborne. It's definitely their big pet peeve on what they don't want to see, and I think more of it is not only driver safety but fan safety. This happens on the the front stretch coming to the checkered, gets in the catch fence, lug nuts come off, bolts, pieces, hit fans. We've seen it. We've seen it a million times over the years. So it's just something they got to look at. They do have a problem with it. I don't know. They'll take it to the the air tunnel and figure it out and see what different things. I mean, we know the underbody of that car being sealed off on those super speedways has to have something to do with that. I mean, it's like taking this painting right here and you go from this and you turn it flat, and when you turn it flat, it catches all the air. It's just something that they run into. So we'll see what NASCAR does. Looking forward to what implements they make and changes they make. But at the end of the day, it's been a battle from day one with trying to keep the cars on the ground, and it's going to continue to be. The speeds we saw there in the pack at Daytona and the speeds we see at Michigan, that's fast. 190 plus, 200 plus miles an hour. That's fast, man. So we'll see what they can do. Hopefully they get it figured out before we end up at Talladega. But if not, expect to see somebody on the roof there too, man. So that'll do it for the rubbing. We are on to the grubbing, but while we wait for the grubbing, which if you guys didn't know, we got a new pizza oven up here at Coach's, so I had to go with the pizza. I had to christen the oven tonight. But while we're waiting on it, man, got to give a big shout out to Will Hare Racing there again, baby. A third place finish there. Hey, look at it. Didn't qualify very good, but my man got a top 3. You see the shirt, got the top 3, baby. So we're looking forward to the future here for Will. I tell you what, man. The kid's got talent, great family, a lot of support. Next season, rubbing and grubbing, we're throwing it in. We're going to support as well, probably Coach's Corner. We're going to see how many Savannah local area businesses we can get to help out and sponsor this young man. But thank you, brother. Damn, this is hot, too. This is a big pizza. This is legit, baby. I can't wait to tear into this little meat lovers action. They got the crushed red pepper, little Parmesan or a little shredded cheese. I'm ready, man. I like mine super hot. I wish I had some Reaper sauce. I'd be dipping this bad boy in Reaper Ghost chili pepper. I don't know. Oh, man, I'm ready, man. So, again, like I said, if you haven't yet, come out to Coach's, y'all. Great food. Definitely great drinks. Service is A100. Doesn't matter. Anytime. Come out for drinks with the buddies. Ladies' night. This is the place to be. Center of the universe. Thunderbolt, Georgia. Coach's Corner. Food and fun since '91. That's what it's all about, man. We got Coach Carl DeMasi with the sports report coming up right behind me. If you haven't yet, make sure you go out, like, share, follow all that social media as well. Coach does a great job. Get on that YouTube channel. I'm trying to get some youth, some high school kids involved in NASCAR. We need to start making go-kart racing like a high school sport you could sign up for, man. I'm going to petition to the state of Georgia to be the first ones to do that. I think that would be awesome. Some kids might just have a talent, drawing. Some might have a talent of writing books. Some might have a talent behind the wheel. Let's figure it out. No kid left behind. That's the motto, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, good concert. Friday night, nothing Saturday, right, Lawrence? Nothing Saturday. Friday night, the Black Lips coming up, sponsored by Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels coming out. It's going to be live out here in the Sound Garden, man. I think it's almost sold out from what Lawrence said. Should be a pretty good show. I'm not going to be here Friday night, unfortunately. I've never seen it. From what Lawrence says, man, this is going to be the show of the decade up here at Coach's Corner. I'm not going to be able to make it. I got a busy-ass work week. Unfortunately, I owe you into the bucket. I'll throw some money in next week. But if you're looking for something to do Friday night, Labor Day weekend, baby, Coach's Corner right here. Savannah's home for the best live entertainment music in the town. I tell everybody, the best music venue right here, baby. So make sure you come out to Coach's, check it out. That is going to do it for me. I'm out of here, man. I'm going to go drink some. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Damn. Coach reminded me. I almost got out here without saying something for my dogs. Man, hold up. Looky here. I wore these tonight, all right? I got new. This next year's on the way, but you guys know I buy these teams. Look here, let me tell you. We're going to start this season out 1-0. Clemson doesn't stand a chance. We're going to find out what Clemson's all about. I'm going to go final score prediction. Let's go, let's see. Let's go 24, 731. Let's go 38. We'll go 38-17 Dogs all day. Clemson gets shut down second half. Carson Beck goes ham on them. Run game. And if Travis Etienne plays, you might as well chalk up. He'll go for 100. I can promise you that. Carson Beck getting ready to shred it, baby.
42-7.
42-7 is what Lawrence says. I'm going 38-17. They're going to score a couple times. We got to get some players in. You know, it's young. It's a noon game. You know what I mean? It's a noon game. But it's in our house, man. House of the Dogs in Atlanta. Dogs going to kill it. I'm going to keep you guys updated all year long. I'm telling you right now, 12-0, 4 years in a row, regular season. You might as well chalk it up, baby. Another natty coming back home to Georgia and them Dogs, baby. Anyways, I'm out. I love y'all. Have a great Wednesday. I'll see y'all next week.